Hey, it's Captain Roger. Let's go for a walk. Okay, I'm not walking, I'm driving, but I promise I'm going for a walk and getting my steps in right after we record this. As we walk through the Bible, looking for ways to improve our walk with God, we've hit this section towards the end of the book of Deuteronomy, which has dozens of little, almost random snippets of instruction. Some grouped together by theme, like groups of instruction about marriage and divorce, while others seem to have been placed right in the middle of other things without any particular cause. But there is one common thread that could be said to stitch them all together, but besides the fact that they're all said to be instructions from God. And that thread is a respect for community life. Again and again, we're told the Israelites were not to put their self-interest ahead of that of their neighbors. Now, that didn't mean allowing people to do wrong to them or to others. There were plenty of provisions in place for dealing with folks who acted against the interests of the whole. But if they followed the directives God laid out, the result would be a community that functioned like healthy cells in a body, all working together for the strength and growth of the person that they make up. Some of the regulations were about careful arrangements to make sure everyone had homes and lands and the ability to craft a living through agriculture, administration, or artistry. And if troubles came, the people were to work together for the common good, keeping one another from slipping into poverty or need. A path was always provided for those who struggled to get clear of debt and dependence and reestablish themselves as a part of their society. Maintaining a focus on God as their ultimate leader was considered an important part of that. The rules for remaining a holy, set-apart people weren't about being better than anyone else. They were about not being distracted or distanced from God by the things that were contrary to His purposes. If you spend all your time with people who want to rule the world, you're going to have trouble maintaining an others first mentality, right? Now, I'm fascinated to see how often outsiders are mentioned and included in what's said. In a time where people from outside your ethnic or national group were often considered enemies just by not being born into your circle, the Israelites were commanded again and again to care for, give justice to, and even support those who came from other lands or lacked any social standing whatsoever. They were expected to live as part of the community as well, but if they did, they were welcomed. And while these laws were written for a specific people at a specific time and in a specific place, Jesus frequently pointed to these laws, these ideals, these principles of living in community, and said that they were intended to point us to the single most important command which all of us should live by, no matter who we are or where or when we live. And that command is to love one another, to put the welfare of others ahead of our own because God commanded it and promised to take care of us and bless us if we do what He commands. That's not an easy walk, but the end result when we're successful is a world that we really all want to live in. Now, that's something I need to walk with for a bit, so I better go and actually get on those steps. Grace and peace to you. I'll see you tomorrow.